I did not know that there are fall bulbs and there are spring bulbs. Rochelle was like, yeah, Les, a lot of people don't know that. Well, these are gonna be bulbs or lily bulbs that you plant now. They're easy to plant, easy to grow, more importantly. And you're gonna get your lilies in the summer. And what's really nice is, Rochelle, I'm not choosing. I get all of these beautiful colors. If you're seeing the white in the center, so fragrant. It's one of my favorite scents to have in my home when you cut, you bring home a bouquet, or you can cut them from your own garden. You're getting the pink, and then you're getting this bicolor one as well. So you get all of those today. And by the way, they're gonna come like this. So they're bulbs, right? They look like little garlics, but you get them, and Rochelle, really easy to plant and grow, right?
Really easy to plant and grow. If you've ever planted a tulip bulb or a daffodil bulb, you do those in the fall, and then in the spring you have this like magical thing where all of a sudden this thing you planted, a few months ago before the snow came, suddenly turns into just flowers and flowers. You can do the exact same thing with summer bulbs. You plant them in the spring. So like when all those daffodils are blooming, you're going to be planting these bulbs. And then later in the summer, you're going to be getting those flowers. And those flowers, those, we call them oriental lilies or stargazer lilies. They smell amazing. I'm sure you probably smelled them at Easter or that kind of thing. Some of those, times we force them. But they're beautiful. You see them in flower arrangements all the time. You get easily 4 or 5 of those big trumpet blooms, trumpet-like blooms. They really open wider than the trumpet ultimately.
My goodness,
per stem,
gorgeous.
So they're excellent as cut flowers. And they really, this is what they do in the summer. So, put them in a bed. You don't need a lot of space for these because you can plant them around all the other stuff you have. So it's a layering in of plants. If you have a place where, you had something that was really great earlier in the summer, and then you want to, kind of have it continue to be a real focal point as you go through the summer. That's a progression of plants, we call it, or a succession. Bulbs make that super easy. And these summer bulbs it's like a landscape designer's trick. Layer in the bulbs. That's what gives everybody that constant bloom power that they're wanting. You want to have your garden not really have a dead time. You want it to just go from one strength to another to another. This is how you do it. You layer in the bulbs. So these ones are going to bloom in the summer. You're going to get these gorgeous blooms. And you're getting, how many are you getting with this? You get 6.
You're getting 6 of the bulbs,
So
you get the sunny keys, the sunny Azores, and then the sunny Martinique, okay? So you get the little dormant bulbs, 6 of them. So you're gonna get this look in your garden. The pink, the white, and the bicolor one as well. Great to be having your own lily garden, right? Because now you can snip them and put them in your own vase. But these are not little ones, Rochelle. These are the ones that, these are the ones you want. These are the ones that are most coveted, most beloved. And the fragrance, there's something about those lilies. It's nice to know that it doesn't have to be complicated. You don't have to overthink one of the world's most beloved flowers.
No, you don't. No, it's simple. And all the directions, if you're a little bit confused, they do come with this brochure. These are perennials, so these are going to be guaranteed for the year as well. So they'll bloom this year. They'll be great. Bulbs like this, as they establish, they get bigger in the soil, which means that next year that bulb is going to have an even bigger show than it is having this year. So you'll get even more blooms and more blooms. So that's another lovely thing. You don't have to dig these bulbs up. They're not that kind of bulb. You just put them in the ground, leave them there. They're hardy throughout the country. So no brainer, easy. You can also do them in a container. You could make little gifts out of these, to be honest. 6 of these, you plant them in a small little container and give them to a friend or a teacher or whatever. They're just a really nice little gift for, whoever. They're bulbs are little power pods. I mean, they always blow my mind. There is so much life in this little like golf ball sized thing. It's crazy. You're going to get all of that bloom out of this tiny little thing. And all you have to do is put it in the ground. So simple. And let it go. And you can, quite frankly, everybody always says, how do I have like all this other stuff in my garden. This is what I love. You need no space for these. I have my little digger here. I take and I scoop just one scoop and I tuck it in there and let it go right back. You need almost no space to put bulbs in like this. And all of that area around whatever other plants you have suddenly can be filled up with even more blooms and whatnot, and they don't hurt each other. In fact, they help each other. The more dense planting you have, the more, you know, it's going to hold the moisture in, the more you're going to create just this really nice little microbiome that's perfect for your, you know, garden plants and all your bloomers. So layer in the plants. If you can't see your mulch, you're doing it right. You don't want to see mulch. You want more plants.
Got it, got it. More is more, less is more. Kind of like me and jewelry.
Yes.
And I got to tell you, you know, this is the payoff. And you could be seeing your beautiful lilies in as little as 60 days. And so I'm not making that up. Rochelle told me, I've never planted these in my life, but Rochelle's like, Les, it's amazing how quickly. And once again, you're not going to get it right now. It depends on where you live in the country. Leaf and Petal knows when is the ideal growing time. So they will send it out to you. Don't overthink this. I mean, there are a few flowers that we love more than lilies, and these are that iconic lily. I gotta tell you, the price goes away at midnight. It's just a couple of dollars when it comes to savings, but still, you know, especially if you're buying multiples of these 6-piece bulb sets, you know, it makes a difference. That's a this day only price, $4, and I have to look at the price, $4.39 on any debit or credit card to get this home, right? And remember, you are guaranteed to succeed. So that's what I love about Leaf and Petal. Because you take a person like me, I know nothing of gardening. This is my first year where I just started to get out. I'm like, I don't need to know anything. And little by little, I've gone out to the home store. I've bought a tool here, a tool there. Even if you're just pulling weeds, you get such pleasure and you have such joy when you see the fruits of your labor, right? I mean, you really have this sense of pride. Lilies are amazing. What a beautiful set today. This day only price, this is $787-747. And to think that I could have some of those flowers in as little as 2 months, right, Rochelle?
Yep, you will get them this year. That's how bulbs work. They're simple. There's nothing really that can go wrong with them. I've been growing lily bulbs in more and more quantity over the last couple years because they are so simple and because they, you know, they're forgiving. You put them wherever, you know, wherever you want, and off they go. I
like that.
You don't even have to think about it anymore. They're like planting daffodils, and if you haven't planted daffodils, you got to know those are pretty dang easy too.
Yeah.
Just put them in the ground, and they start to go, and they get bigger and better every year. Easy, easy, easy plant.
And I just got to show you too, if you're new to Leaf and Petal.